Hey guys, Coach Life here again with some more Oxygen Not Included Midibase. So when I left you last time, we were tunnelling out under here. We'd built our electrolyzer that now appears to be working correctly, our kiln, which was creating ceramic, and we were harvesting our Drecos for some reed fibre, with which we made some Atmo suits. Today I think the priority is going to be getting some oil, turning that into petroleum and using it as fuel and coolant for refineries. Once we have some petroleum, we can make some plastic, and then we have access to steam turbines. So that is going to be the priorities for today's episode. So we'll let them get on and finish digging out under here. I notice I've got a lot of polluted oxygen up here from this polluted water that we mopped up, so I'm going to put a deodorizer up there just to deal with that. I want to try and get some steel production going as well fairly soon, because I'm a bit worried about this abyssalite up here. It looks like it's disappearing rather quickly, so I need to replace that with bunker door or bunker tiles of some description. Okay, research wise, we better get some we better get the oil wells researched, hadn't we? Does that come as fossil fuels, isn't it? So fossil fuels, petroleum distillery, oil refinery, and plastic manufacturing. Yeah, we'll get all of that researched straight away. What was that? We've got some stress here. That's Max. Probably because Max has been collecting up all these materials down here, so he's probably not very happy about being wet. Let's check on him. Yeah, he's sopping wet, so he's a bit grumpy. But yeah, I think he'll be okay. Right, okie dokie. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pump and pump this water into our main tank. So we'll get a little dig going across here. There, I think. And we'll put a ladder in here. And we'll just get some water, liquid pump down here. Now, I was going to, had I got the low, oh no, I was already researching that, wasn't I? Okay, so once they've finished this, I'm going to get the low resistance conductors research finished, and then we can upgrade all our wiring to lead. Yeah, we've got 13.5 tons of lead, that should be no problem. Forgot I'd already queued that up for research. Nails here doing a cracking job on his digging. In fact, actually, we can dig the rest of this out now. Cancel that. What do you mean you can't reach that? Oh, he's got there's just no oxygen in the suit. That's okay. We're not pumping a huge amount of oxygen into those suits because we're not producing a huge amount of oxygen. Normally you can put a full pipe of oxygen into those, but yeah. We okay for oxygen everywhere? Yeah, that's looking pretty good. That's a pretty healthy supply of oxygen everywhere. Let's check the old germ overlay. Yep, we're good on that as well. No real issues at all. We've got plenty of food for now. Got a little pip farm down here ready for when we want to use those. I'm not doing anything fancy with this, I'm just going to run the plumbing. Now, So we've got next activity 31.2. I'm thinking we might be able to get enough water out of here. Let's go into our electrolyzers to run the oil wells as well. Ooh, yeah. Right, so let's see what we've got in the blueprint. We've got a Volpup again, pinch of pepper seed, fungal spore, anemic, can't dig. We got any fungal spores at the moment? We've got 5 at the moment, so we could produce mushrooms if we wanted to. In fact, we could probably produce them down here. Oh, we've got no slime, have we? No, that's no good, so we can't grow mushrooms. So they're completely useless. Yeah, bristle blossoms is going to be our only choice, I think, if we want to upgrade our food at the moment. Although obviously we've got hatches which we're planning to produce barbecue from. So yeah, I might I think I'd take the vole eggs if I had them, but I wouldn't. I'm not going to take a pup because I can't. I can put down like a cage made of doors to trap them in, or stick them on a single rock that they can just move around. But then if it drops an egg, you know, where's that going to go? So I think I'll hold. I'm going to take the pinch of pepper seeds. Just in the absence of anything else that I want, really. I don't really want any of that, to be fair. Right. How are we doing research wise? Yeah, Camille's getting that done, so we're all good there. Got a lot of Paku. Doing all right on that. So what have we got food wise at the moment? Pickled meal, nutrient bar. Yeah, just really pickled meal. And excellent fruit with food poisoning. Yeah, that's probably why. I think we'll sweep those up because we're not taking anything in there. It's all going into here, isn't it? We'll pop those in there. Is it set to sweep only? Better make sure it's set to sweep only. And we'll just sweep this lot up here. $9.7 kilos. Is that all there was there? We've got 526 kilos in normal water. Right, so that just needs its power wire. I'm not going to connect the power until we're upgrading the wiring, and then we'll pump all that water across. Don't have the other bits done yet. So we've got a lot of metals down here. But may as well leave them down here because we're going to have our refineries down in the bottom here, I would imagine. Would make sense to do that. Can deconstruct these ladder segments now. We're not going to need those anymore. I'm hoping it's not going to get too hot down here. should be able to use. It's going to be sitting in a pool of oil anyway, so that shouldn't get too hot. I mean, these don't really overheat, they just melt, so we should be okay. Right, now, this is going to produce natural gas down here. We've got sour gas, so I'm going to need a filter to filter out all of the sour gas. So I'm going to use a regular gas valve based filter. So need some space for that. So I'll put, let me see. Or should I put it? Hang on. I never it will never work out the way this is supposed to go. So the gas is going to go that way. That's going to go that way. Yeah, that'll do. Right. So we're going to need some ladders up here, aren't we? Scaffolding just to get this done. Pyrite can be used as metal. It's 125 degree overheat temperature. Oh yeah. Of course it's 2. Yeah, cancel that. Yeah, deconstruct that as well. We can't use. Just realised we can't use this down there. It's 200 degrees down here still. Okay, we'll have to wait till we get some steel. The piping's there, so we can come back to that later. Right, let's get those low resistance conductors done, and then we can upgrade our wiring. Trying to decide on a place for a hatch farm where we can get the required space. Because obviously to get a hatch farm in, we need a lot of space. So we've got to decide what we can put in there that isn't going to... And I'm thinking maybe up here. What size? If I just do a dig command just to size this area up. Right, that is 9 by 14. No, I don't think so. There's too much up there. We can't really use that space. Okay, I think I've worked this out. So this is going to be the hatch farm. It's vertical, so we can put other items up here that don't break the stable rules. I can't remember what those are at the moment, but this will be our at least a start. So we've got 8 tiles across, and we'll have to add a couple of extra tiles in here just to I think it's one more, just to keep it as a stable. In terms of room size, oh, who's confined? Nails, why are you, oh, someone needs to dig that out. So we'll prioritise that. Oh no, he's out now, that's okay. Right, as soon as they finish building this, then we'll check the room size. We've got a hatchling there already. We'll sort him out in a minute. We can wrangle him out of the door, that'll be fine. Another printing pod. Mirthleaf seed, oxyfen seed, bristleberry. Narcoleptic. Yeah, no thank you. Just have a look. I could do with some more mirthleaf seeds. We're okay for food at the moment, so yeah, I'm going to take the mirthleaf seeds because they're our only decorative plants at the moment, and we're very limited on seeds on this map. So take them when we can get them. We can always add, take the rest later. And food-wise, we're okay. Let them finish that off. Right, research is done, so we can run those conductive wires now. Upgrade all our wiring. I think that's all of it. Just deconstruct that. And we can run wire across to that pump now. And then pump out all of that water into our main tank. So far managed to keep this germ free, and let's hope it remains that way. Right, okay, so how many tiles is that then? Oh, it's 85 tiles. I need to take it up another floor then. Well, that's okay. Maybe I can expand these rooms outwards. Right, so we'll just put hatch and hatchlings in there. We'll go for a maximum of 8. I don't know how quite we're going to use these rooms yet, but we'll work something out. Right, so we'll go sedimentary rock straight off. We've only got 5.1 tons of it, but that will get us into stone hatches, and then once we've got to stone hatches we can sort the rest out. That's where all our hatches are, in those two. We'll put the sage hatch in there as well. Yeah, I'll put the sage hatch in there as well. Sorry about the train just going past. Right, so how many tiles is this at now? It's 107. So we need to lose quite a few tiles there. So by my reckoning we need to use 11 tiles. Well, I best improve the airflow around those. Right. By my reckoning, that should mean we need to lose 1 tile from here. So if I dig both of those out, and then we can put 1 in. If I've done the calculations correctly. In fact, actually, let's cancel that. We'll deconstruct that because we won't need that anymore. Right, room size, how are we doing? 95 tiles, perfect. So we'll take these 2 out, put 1 back in once they've built those, and we should have a 96 tile hatchery with this just little concentrated area here. We're not got those critters wrangled yet. Oh, of course, you're just going to put them back in there at the moment, aren't you? You dumbass, Mark. Sage hatch. Right, okay. Let's try that again, shall we? We'll get those put in the right place now. How are we doing temperature-wise? It's a bit toasty over here, but other than that, not too bad. How is that cool slush geyser at 99 degrees C? Seriously? That's nuts. Got this volcano over here that we haven't touched yet, and I don't intend to for a while. Get all of that out of there, but of course I do need to put down another automatic dispenser now because I had to delete the other one to get the door in there. Right, and put one tile. Where am I going to put it? There. Right, so sweep only, all no critter eggs, no organics. Everything else can go in there, that's fine. Oh. So we're gonna build a shovel farm, and what better place than somewhere where they cannot dig out of? Neutronium, abyssalite, they can't go through either of those. So we're going to put a pneumatic door there. That block's going to be granite, but it's kind of like last resort sort of thing. So what we're going to have is we're going to have an automatic dispenser here, a tile here, maybe, yeah, I might need to just move that down one. Yeah, so that will drop the eggs on there and they'll hatch there. What we'll eventually have is an auto sweeper that will pick up any eggs that get dropped on the floor and drop them on there, and it will be blocked line of sight from that platform somehow. Yeah, hope so. But anyway, we're gonna put the eggs on there. We're gonna keep the shovels on there, and if they escape, worst case is they get out to here, and hopefully we'll be able to wrangle them up again before they go through that granite tile. Eventually, I'll replace that granite tile with a metal tile, and then they will build. Oh, actually, yeah. If I research metal tiles now, then I can just build that straight off out of lead. Yeah. We're going to need smelting anyway, so let's get that done. And then I can just build a metal tile made out of lead. We'll cancel that for now. And they can't go through refined metal, and lead is a refined metal, so yeah, that will sort them out. Right, so how many? We've got 8 of 8. And they're idle, they're wild, they're happy, they're groomed. Fantastic. Right, I'm going to put critter feeder. We'll go sage hatch, and you can have polluted dirt. And then if we later on we can feed you with meal lice. So all the meal lice we don't want, once we've got more barbecue, well, that'll be fine. You can eat that. Oh, we have meat. We can turn that into barbecue. Right, you built all this. This doesn't have an overheat temperature, so this is quite handy. So we're going to go... oh, we can't put them in there yet. Shovel eggs. Once we've brought them through, we'll be able to select those. So we're going to take the shovel eggs, and we're going to select them as the sweep only, and then we'll just sweep them up. Put them on a very high priority, even though they're not going to hatch anytime soon. And we'll also want a critter drop-off point as well, just in case any do get away. But they overheat ridiculously. Yeah, so we won't be able to do that yet. Right, shove bowls aren't selected on there, are they? No, because we haven't got any yet. Good. Wow, that's a lot of Pacu eggs in there. We're about to get a lot of dead Pacu. Right, I'm going to slightly priority on this wire because I want to get that water pumped in there. Hopefully stop them from being quite so glum. I was sad to see that Francis's plan of cooling the refinery water with bristle blossoms didn't work. I think he was sold a pup on that one. Yeah. Just goes to show there's so many experts out there. I think he doubted it from day one, but you know, unless you check yourself, you're never going to know these things. And he comes up with some cracking designs, so you know, he's forgiven for it not working this time. I'm sure he'll come up with an alternative plan now he's got some plastic and a decent he'll steam turbines. He'll be sorted. His base is obviously a lot smaller than mine. He went for the rectangle, small rectangle. I will do a small rectangle at some stage, but I just fancy doing mine slightly different. You know, what's the point in just copying what he's doing? You know, I'll do something different. You know, if everyone just does the same thing, then, you know, life is boring. I'm going to do a huge base next. I've scoped out a mod that gives you a massive base. I think that might be a mistake, but we'll see. It's probably going to be an utter lag fest until Clay properly optimised this game. You know, it's a little disappointing end game. Right, that's getting our water pumped into there. Obviously all the rest has wiring already, so it's not quite as critical. How are we doing on this pipe up here? Oh, there's plenty of hydrogen. So we're good for power from that. That's fantastic. Interesting to see. I wonder if any of the... No, where's the achievements on here? Can't remember where they are. Normally they pop up when you don't want them to. Colony summary, that's it. Yeah, we're probably not gonna. How's it? Oh, we could get that. Yeah, we could do that. We'll see. I'm not going to use the natural gas generator until we and petroleum generators until we absolutely need them. Mainly, I'm interested in getting the petroleum as a coolant for the metal refineries because down here we can. Not worry. Oh God, this door's overheating, isn't it? Of course it is, because yeah, they. Bizarrely, if I build. Okay, let's deconstruct that. If I build a mechanised airlock out of lead, then it will be fine. I know, right? I can build a metal tile out of lead as well. Now. So all our shovel legs are in place now, that's good. We need to take those eggs out of there, aren't we? I'm putting these critters on these feeders on a high priority because they seem to be the last thing that ever gets filled, because what they've got it down is a storing priority. And if you look at your priorities, storing is done when no other errands are available. It's ridiculous. It should be a supplying errand. Supplying your critter feeders, not storing. It's not a store. It's a feeder. So these Pacu are giving us food, and they're giving us lime, which is fantastic. Right. Come on, hurry up and get this done. Yeah, I mean, this is providing plenty, isn't it? Do you know what I will do? Quick change of plan with that. I want to take some of the heat out of that kiln area. But I don't want it spreading that around the rest of the base. It's going to have to be convoluted, because if I go through the abyssalite, then potentially we can let our shove bowls out of there, which I don't want. Whoops. Once we have something that we can block that off with, I'll tidy up this plumbing. Oh, 150 kilos of lime. Oh, good duplicant as well. Husbandry and construction. No, I'll take the lime. We'll always get an offer of another duplicant. Lime, unfortunately, is just too valuable. I think it's pretty much the #1 raw material in the game, actually. They're certainly chowing down on that food pretty damn sharpish. Right, power. So we're going to need power for this as well, obviously. This lead isn't going to last much longer, is it? Never mind. Once we can shorten the routing, we'll recycle some of the power wire. Oh my god, we out of... Oh god, we are. Okay, let's up the priority on that again then. Yeah, that was a bad move, wasn't it? I didn't realise how quickly we're burning through that hydrogen. Perhaps we will be using some petroleum fuel fairly shortly. Anyway, let's speed them up a little bit. Get this done. Got to say, I'm exceptionally pleased with the consistency of the oxygen production. It's been fantastic. I think I'm going to put a bristle blossom farm up here and keep it lit with these shine bugs. I'll shut them in and then they can do that. I just want to keep an eye on the water at the moment. Just make sure we're not getting, you know, going too crazy with the water. It depends how much gets used by this. Although we will be able to produce water, polluted water, with the any generator we run off of the output of the oil well. So we'll see. These cycles are flying past. Yeah, it's going to be the gold amalgam. We've got a mouth breather and a narcoleptic, which is no good. And we have bristle blossom seeds. I'm just going to let this oil just fill up down here. There's no reason not to, really. And we'll just leave it. We'll have a floor in there where we can put other machinery. Getting some steam in here, obviously, out of the oil well. That just happens, you know, there's nothing you can do about that. But because we're not having to maintain a liquid lock down here, that steam really isn't going to be a problem. We can separate it from the oil and then just recycle that water effectively. Now, iron we should be able to get from space, from the regolith, but we'll obviously need to put a bunker door in there. No, actually, do you know what? I'm thinking if we just put a layer of bunker tiles here, a liquid lock and a ladder, they can just go out here and harvest what they like. And then we need to put a layer of bunker tiles here as well. So we're going to need a fair amount of steel, which means a fair amount of iron, which we are decidedly short of. You know what? I think it's time to dig out the rest of the base and see what resources we've got. Gonna need to start taking some more dupes soon, I think. We've got plenty of food and we've got plenty of oxygen, but things just aren't getting done quick enough. But it's just a question of finding a decent duplicant, really. That's better. Yeah, of course there is a food shortage because you can't reach it. Oh, really? Really got no sedimentary rock? Wow. Okay. And you haven't produced any stone hatchling eggs for me at the moment. Right. You're telling me you can't eat any other... Oh dear. Oh, that's a problem. Oh well, looks like we're going to be switching over to sage hatches fairly quickly. Oh, wrong one. Let's feed you a little bit of mill lice for the time being, just till you produce some. Hopefully you'll lay some stone hatchling eggs. If you don't, then we're in trouble. Because you won't eat anything else I've got. You've eaten all the sedimentary. Oh well, at least we can turn you into meat. How much dirt have we got? Because you'll eat dirt, won't you? Cultivable soil, dirt. Oh, yeah, okay, let's feed you some dirt then. That will do. That'll keep you alive. There you go. You can have something to eat now. Right, research. What next? Well, I need to get the bunker tiles done, that's for sure. I'm just going to take the coal for now. I'm probably going to need it later. So it's a lot more micromanaging having to deal with this because of the lack of things that you can do. But you know, I'm fine with that on this because it's much smaller base. It's easier to micromanage it anyway. Has nobody dealt with this? Someone come and deal with this, please. Why is it unreachable? Okay. Oh, it's only unreachable for some, isn't it? I think we can allow Bert in there as well now, because he's got his exosuit training now, hasn't he? Pretty sure he has, yeah. And he has operating high, so yeah, that should do the trick on that. Yeah, Bert's going to do it now. That's good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some iron tiles there, and then I'm going to put some ceramic on top of them. That will ensure that we keep this impenetrable to any shove holes that might escape, and also with the ceramic on top, it'll pretty much keep the heat in for the most part, I think. And then we can pass utilities through there back and forth, which is what we can't do at the moment. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to get that done off screen, get that finished off, and leave the episode for here. We've got the oil production going. We've got some shub vols underway. Our water supply seems good. Our cool slush geyser is back active again, so that's topping that up. Oxygen seems to be good. So yeah, I think we're cooking on gas at the moment. I think that's or we will be fairly shortly, as we've got some now. And I'll see you in the next episode. Have a great day. Keep yourself safe. Coach Life out.